Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at how to create a rendering of a wooden car like this. I found this image on the internet and we will look at how to recreate a similar effect in Blender. Okay, so this is what I got. You can see that it's a white background and there are soft shadows, shiny wooden material, and the modeled car. Of course, the proportions are not matching, but we will try to fix that when we model this car today. Okay, so let us get started in Blender. So for what we can do is we can bring that image in. So we'll find where the image is. All right, so we'll drag that image and we will place it in the middle of the screen and make the angle flat. Okay, and then we will rotate it so it's standing up in one axis. All right, so we got our reference image. So we'll just look at the reference image and try to model the car from this box. All right, so what I will do is select the box and go to the object properties and go to viewport display and turn on wireframe. Okay, so I can see the edges of the box. So you can see that the car is flat, so we'll make it flat, and I'm looking at the base only, and then it is not very wide. All right, so this is our car. We can overall make it big if you want. And now let us model the top part. So we'll go to edit mode and we'll add an edge loop here. Actually, I will undo that and I will click and drag to the left. I have a bigger area here. All right, now let us go to the face mode and select the top polygon and we are going to extrude it up. Okay, and this is, we will scale it. Okay, and this is not very tall, very narrow. Okay, so we got that, and then we'll go to vertex mode and select these two vertices and move them down. Okay, and the car is still not very tall, it is flat. So I want to get the proportions right this time. Okay, so this looks okay. What I will also do is scale it, object mode, so only half the car is there. Okay, so we'll delete the other half. All right, so we got this part done. Now we will create the middle part of this. So we'll go to edit mode and we'll go to edge loop and click, and this is more to the right, and then I'll click another one. Okay, now let us go to the side view and wireframe mode and select these two and make it straight. Okay, this one is little longer than the other, so we got that part done. All right, so now we got the middle part. So we got the front window and the back window. So let us create the window now. So we'll select the face mode, select this face, and then we'll create an inset. So click and drag inside. Okay, so it creates an inset, but this is more than this. I'll go to scale tool and scale it. Okay, so we should have an even space around it, and this looks like, all right, so we got that part done. Now you can see that again we'll go to wireframe mode and go to a side view, and what happens is the vertex mode, this is not even, so we got to move it slightly here. And then you can also see that this is not even. So try to have even spacing around. Okay, then we'll go to face mode and we'll select this face, and then we'll extrude it inside slightly. Okay, so we got the window. Now we'll do the back side, same thing. First we'll inset. Okay, then we'll scale. Then we'll go to wireframe mode, go to side view, and try to get the same distance. Okay, so you can see that this is slightly lower than the other window. Alright, so we got that part done. We could have extruded these together to have even thickness, but we could extrude it, go to wireframe mode, go to the side view, then here we'll go to the move tool. Don't stay in extrude and try to adjust it, it will add more lines. So this way we can make sure that both are extruded inside the same distance. Alright, so that is done. Now we need to create these elements. Okay, so what we will do is, first of all, what I'll do is again go to the side, doesn't matter, this side is fine, and we will reduce the width here. Okay, what we will do is we'll extrude this down. Alright, so first we need a line here, and same here. So we'll go to edge loop and click and drag here, click and drag here, and then we'll do the same thing here in the back. Okay, and then I'm just eyeballing it, the size, whether it's right or wrong. So once that is done, we can then select this, shift select all the others, and then we will extrude it out. And it is light. Alright, so our basic car modeling is done. Okay, now what we will do is we need to delete this side, one side. So we'll go to wireframe mode and I'll go to vertex mode, select these vertices, hit the delete key on the keyboard, and I'll say delete faces. Okay, so if you go this, so you can see that now it is hollow, and then We go to object mode. What we will do is we'll go to modifier panel and we add subdivision surface. Okay, and now we have lost all our smoothness. So if you go to edit mode, we have the access to our geometry here. So I will make it smooth. So what we need to do is we need to get our sharpness back in. Okay, to get the sharpness back in, what we need to do is we need to add a bunch of edge loops. Okay, now here you have to pay attention. So I'll put an edge loop here at the base and move it down to get that part done. So we'll do same thing here, put edge loop and move it down. Now I will just create this part so you understand how it works. So I'll create an edge loop and move it close, and I'll create an edge loop and move it close here. Okay, then we'll create an edge loop and move it up. Then I'll click on top and move an edge loop down, so you can see that the sharpness has come there. Then we'll click here. So basically whenever there is a vertex, an edge, we need one on the left, one on the right. Here we need one on the top. Here we need one on the right. Here we need one on the left. So we'll add one here to get that sharpness going. Okay, so you can see how now this is smooth, and then we got that sharpness. Now we need one here. So we'll add one and then drag it here. Okay, so now we are getting back our sharpness. It has a softer edge. I think I moved this a little bit too much. Let us make it a little smooth there. Okay, so we need one on the top here. Okay, now we want to work on this side. So again, same thing, in the middle go left, in the middle go right, in the end come close, here go to the right. Then we'll do bottom, okay. So we got all the lines. Now we need to worry about the windows. So for the windows, what we will do is we will add one and then move it close, and one, move it inside. Okay, so let us do the same thing on this side. Add and move it out, add and move it inside. Okay, then we'll add one and move it here, add one and move it to the right, add and move it to the left, need one on top, Okay, and then we got all the lines we needed. If I have forgotten any, you can add those. I need one here. Perhaps I need one here also. Okay, to bring that sharpness. Did we add one here already? Or not, perhaps. Okay, so if you go to object mode, and then if you go to here, and then we will remove the, then you can see that we got all the highlights, plus we got all the sharpness there for our car. Alright, so that's how you do it. And then we need to go to the top view, wireframe mode, and look at the orange dot, that is the origin. So we'll go to edit mode and select the whole thing, and then we'll move it out here. Okay, and then we will add a mirror modifier. Okay, and then the axis has to be right, and then we have to increase the merge amount so it can merge. Alright, so now it is kind of wide, so we can select it and make it narrow. Alright, so that's our car. Let us model the wheel. So again, I'll create a box, add mesh cube. Okay, and then scale it down. Again, go to the side view and then place it where you want the wheel to be. Alright, and then we'll scale it down. Alright, so now let us add a subdivision surface 3, so it is round. Okay, go to edit mode, and then again we'll add edge loop to the right, edge loop to the left, and maybe an edge loop in the middle also. So that would be our wheel. You can go to object mode, select this object, shade smooth, select this object, shade smooth, scale it. So that's our wheel. Okay, so again go to side view and position it, scale it so that it looks right. Okay, and then you can then copy. I will not copy it yet because we have to texture map our car. So now let us move on to the texture mapping. So let us save this file. Okay, so I'll say car tutorial. Okay, so you can go to freepick.com and then look for wood texture. Okay, and then filters, look for free, and then I use this one. You can try another wood material if you like. You can use this one also. The thing is, the material should not have any highlights. It should be even. So looks like this is lighter than and darker here, but this looks quite even. Okay, and then you click on download and you get a good quality image. Okay, and that's why freepik.com is a better place to get the image. So we'll select the car, go to materials, and then let us delete this one and create a new one and name this wood. Alright, now this wood material should have a base color of image texture, and we will select, mine is in downloads. You can go to thumbnails so you can see, and then this one is the image we want. Okay, so now you can see that the texture maps are not proper. Okay, so we'll look at how to fix this. So we'll go to UV editing, and you can see how the texture mapping for the car is done. So we will go to select everything, and then you'll go to UV, and then we'll do unwrap. Okay, and then if you look at this, okay, basically this is our car in the middle. Okay, you can see that in the middle, that is the car, and then this is this profile, and these things are spread out here. Okay, and that's why we get this weird look, because this is going round, but we want it flat. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to create seams, right? And once we have seams, then we will be able to separate these meshes, and we will be able to map it properly. So what we need to do is go to edge mode. All right, and then we will select this face, and then we will map it. We will unwrap it again. So what we need to do is select this. Okay, and then if you go to control and click on top, then the entire edge is selected. So what you can do is go to control and click here. So this entire edge is selected, and then you can keep doing that. Okay, so we need to carefully select the entire edge. Okay, so it finds the nearest path to that vertex, so you have to select it in such a way that, see, now it is found the nearest way like this. So I'll undo it and select the bottom one, and then I will go to control, select this one, and control select this one, control bottom, control top, control this one, control select this one. So the entire face is selected. Okay, so you can see that this one is selected, and then I'll hit the U key on the keyboard, and then I'll say mark seam. Okay, So that seam is marked. So we will have this as a separate seam. And then what I will do is I will separate the bottom one here. So we'll select this one. This is difficult. Control select this. Control select this. U mark thing. So we will want this from here to all the way to the bottom to be one seam. Shift or control doesn't matter. U mark thing. Okay, so this would remove this top face, this middle face, and then the bottom face. All right. So now we will go to wireframe mode, select the whole thing. We have seams. You go to UV and we'll go unwrap. And now you can see that we have a much cleaner model and a much cleaner texture. Okay. So I will leave it like that. I'm not going to spend too much time, but if you want, you can rotate things around. And then if you click here, you can see all the textures. So this is kind of rotated, so you can scale it straight and stuff. But if you select the whole thing, and then if you click on this button here, then we can select this one. Okay, and then we should be able to move it around and see what looks nice, what part of the texture should go where. Okay, if you want, you can scale it out, and then that way also you can see how to place the texture for that car. All right, so this looks good. I'm happy with what I have. Actually, this is here straight. Okay, so we'll fix that. So we'll go to wireframe mode, select the whole thing, and these two we will rotate them. Okay, you can turn the snapping on, and then you go here and go to rotate, and then you can do 90-degree snap. So you can see that this is going straight and this is going vertical, like the image if you want. All right, so the image is going vertical here and straight here. So layout, now our texture mapping is done. We'll do the same thing for our wheel. So go to file, save this, select this, and we'll assign the same wood material. And again, this texture map is not right. So you go to shading, UV editing, sorry. Wireframe, select the whole thing, and then we can go to UV, unwrap. Okay, so this has non-uniform scale. So what you should do is, the other important thing is, even this object, the scale should be uniform. So